The question is, if you want to expat here in the Philippines, which place do you think is the ideal for you to settle down?
Hi everybody, welcome, and let's take a tour of our hometown, Cagayan de Oro. Chrissy's gonna go zip lining and she's gonna go down the water slides. It's gonna be quite an adventure. Stick around, join us. Choosing paradise in the Philippines. Chrissy's gonna tell you why Cagayan de Oro might wanna be your first choice.
Today, we're gonna take a tour so you can choose your paradise here in the Philippines. Welcome to our town, Cagayan de Oro City, also known as the City of Golden Friendship. Let's talk about its population. Cagayan de Oro City has an approximately 750,000 in population. Now let's talk about the environment. Since the Philippines is a tropical country, here in Cagayan de Oro City, we have two distinct seasons, the dry and wet season. Wet season starts from June to November, and the dry season starts from December to May. And our average high temperature here ranges from 82 to 93 degrees Fahrenheit all year long. So maybe some of you haven't experienced Philippines yet, or maybe you have experienced Philippines in just a very short period of time, and you might think that Philippines is just humidity and heat. But actually, it depends on the area where you will pick. Fortunately, here in Cagayan de Oro City, we are residing in an elevated area in the uptown part where we can feel the breeze and a cooler weather. So here in Cagayan de Oro City, you can find a lot of places that you and your Filipina will enjoy. Just a couple months ago, we went to Amaya View. We are here in Amaya View, located in Indahag, Cagayan de Oro City. So for you who want adventure and nice view and also wants to swim, they have here an infinity pool. And I think this is the right place for you. If you're already here in Cagayan de Oro City, you don't need to go somewhere else because it's just so close from the Uptown area. This is a place where you can see a beautiful view from the top of the mountains, and you will see the Cagayan de Oro River. We enjoyed the pool, we went sightseeing, and for the first time, I got to see animals that I have never seen before in my entire life, because these are the animals that are not regularly be seen in our provinces. And I got to experience to walk in a hanging bridge.
It's more fun in the Philippines
with a Filipina. I really enjoyed it. You will see the view of the entire Cagayan de Oro City. You will see the uptown part, you will see the downtown part, and you will also see the ocean from that view. So it was really a good experience for me, and that is why I am really excited to share this with you, because one day you might come here and you might want to visit some of the places that we've been to. Are you an athletic expat? If you're into sports, here in Cagayan de Oro City, there are a lot of sports complex and convention center. The professional volleyball team and the professional PBA basketball team will regularly come here in Cagayan de Oro City for a game, and the game will be held in one of these sports complex and convention centers. If you are a golf lover, if you're into golf, Pueblo de Oro Golf Course, there are two premier golf courses here in Cagayan de Oro City, just nearby Uptown. There are two great hospitals here. One is the Northern Mindanao Medical Center, and the second is the Polymedic Medical Center. Back home, in my hometown, teachers will have a serious medical condition. They need to have a good hospital facilities. They will be referred either Manila, Cebu, or Cagayan de Oro City. So I really know that Cagayan de Oro City is very reliable when it comes to health facilities, when it comes to hospital, when it comes to treatment of really serious medical issues. So that is very important if you want to expat in one place. So as I mentioned, Rob and I are now residing here in the place where elevated. We can feel the cool breeze. The community is very safe. So far, this is a place that is really comfortable. So if you have a health issue, you have to pick wisely the place you're gonna live, because the noise pollution, the air pollution, and any other pollutions here in the Philippines might affect your health if you are not wise on the place that you're gonna pick. So if you're fond of shopping, or your Filipina is fond of shopping, there are a lot of shopping malls. It looks like it's divided into 4 parts. There is an uptown, there is a downtown, there is a part that is like a small city where you can find also big buildings, hospitals, SNR shop, but it is not close to uptown and downtown, so it's like separated but still part of Cagayan de Oro City. And the other part is the beach part, which can be found in Opal area. So in downtown, there you can find this market that we love to shop, the Kogon market, where you can find this very cheap vegetables, fruits, and also thrift store. You can find a lot of vendors, a lot of people, and it's like it's mixed. But there in downtown, you can find Gaisano, Ayala Mall, Limkitkai, and SM. You can find jeepney, bus, tricycles, motorcycles, taxis, and even bicycle. In uptown area where we are residing right now, it is a little bit organized. They don't allow tricycles in the street, so that is a plus here in this part of the Cagayan de Oro City. You can find the mall, the SM Mall, and also you can find a lot of restaurants, coffee shops here in uptown. Same as in downtown, but here in uptown, according to Rob, it reminds him of the suburb of the West in America. So I think if you wanna experience to feel like home, I think the uptown part of Cagayan de Oro City is the best. Speaking of restaurants, here in Cagayan de Oro, a lot of restaurants where you can eat the Western style food. We went to this restaurant. It's kind of like it's like a resto where you can drink, and also a restaurant where you can eat, and they also have this live band at night. So it is a really good place for you to go, or to go on a date if you can have a Filipino with you. The name of that restaurant is KL Clubhouse. If Rob will miss the Western food, we will just go there. And if you want to meet some expats and also foreigners, that is their meeting place. So if you want to find yourself a friend, or if you want to find yourself someone that you can talk to that same as you, a foreigner and an expat, the KL Clubhouse is the best restaurant that you can visit. There you can find someone that you can talk to and talk about home, and talk about places, and talk about your culture if you are tired of talking about Filipino culture with your Filipina. Let's talk about the infrastructure and traffic here in Cagayan de Oro City. It is not as serious as the traffic in Cebu City and in Manila City. Cagayan de Oro City has a better infrastructure, higher number of amenities, and established public transportation. In our location here in the uptown part, public tricycles are not allowed to be here. Only taxis, minibus, minivan, and some jeepney that will go from Cagayan de Oro City to Bukidnon province. As I mentioned, here in Cagayan de Oro City, they are like divided into 4 parts. I will feel like sometimes I am coming in and coming out of different worlds. But all in all, it's all good. It is a place where you can have a lot of options where you can reside. So far here in Cagayan de Oro, we haven't experienced yet a trouble of the utility. When it comes to water, our water here is clean and the pressure is good. The electricity here is just so good and it is really reliable. When you work 24/7 and you need electricity and you need internet, electricity, and water are reliable. So far, so good. For 7 months of stay here in Cagayan de Oro City, we don't have a problem when it comes to water, electricity, and internet. If your wife or if your fiance or if your Filipina is still a student or you want her to go back to school, here in Cagayan de Oro City, it has a lot of universities. You can have a lot of options and also universities that will offer a lot of good courses that your Filipina can take if she wanted to go to school. Or if you have a child, there are a lot of prominent schools here in Cagayan de Oro also where you can enroll your children or your Filipina. So speaking of Cagayan de Oro River, it is also famous of its white water rafting. There are a lot of tourist people, local or foreigners that have tried that in the river. It looks like really fun. 2 days ago, Rob and I went to Seven Seas that is located in Upol, Cagayan de Oro City, and oh my gosh, I was just so shocked because I didn't expect that I would see a water park just as huge as that here in Mindanao. Seven Seas is one of the largest water park here in the Philippines and it is a must try. So the entrance fee of Seven Seas is a little bit pricey. If you want to avail the unlimited rides inside the water park, then it could be more pricey than just a regular entrance price. If you just want to go swimming, the pool will look like really a real ocean and it's really exciting and it's really fun. Seven Seas is one of the best that I've been to here in Cagayan de Oro City. And some other expat will prefer a place that has a boardwalk. There is a newly opened boulevard, we call it here boulevard, where you can spend your morning or your afternoon run into this boulevard. There's no danger at all because it is not open for vehicles, only for people. And if you want to have a beach day where you want to go swim on the beach in the ocean, you can go to Upol where you can find all the kind of beaches in this city. And along the beaches, you can also find this seafood restaurants and other establishments that you will enjoy while you are in the beach. Or if you want to spend the day in a swimming pool, Cagayan de Oro City is just 1 to 2 hours drive away from the province of Bukidnon, where you can find a lot of swimming pools, a lot of resorts, a lot of waterfalls that you can experience. On Rob's first meeting of my parents, we went to Monolo Falls and there we enjoy the cold spring. You will really enjoy the natural cold water that came from the mountains. You will enjoy it and at the same time you will be shivering because of the coolness of the water. But it was really fun. 30 minutes drive from here to the our newly discovered resort, the Chavez Resort. It was just near the Cagayan River, so you can hear the birds singing, you can hear the water from the river, you can hear the splashes of the water from the river. So it was so nice. You will feel like you are in a very peaceful place. Cagayan de Oro is just 2 hours drive to Bukidnon Mountains, where you can find Dahilayan Forest Adventure located at Monolo Fortich in the town of Camp Phillips. This park features zip lining,
Chrissy,
will give you the experience of driving along the vast pineapple plantation. So from Cagayan de Oro City, if you want to drive just 1 to 2 hours away, you will already reach Bukidnon Mountains, where you can find this beautiful view and also you will experience the cool breeze and the fogs. Like, you will feel like you're not in the Philippines. And also, Cagayan de Oro City is just 2 hours drive to Iligan City, the city of waterfalls. There are a lot of variety of waterfalls. You will have a lot of options to go. So last time we went to Tinago Falls. It was a very fun experience. The most interesting part is, before you will reach the waterfalls, you have to take the 350 or more steps to go down there in the waterfalls. We enjoyed it, and also when we get to the waterfalls, we paid 250 or 300 pesos for 10 people to go in the raft, and then this man will just pull the raft towards the waterfalls, and you will experience the pressure of the water pressure from the falls, and it's just so fun. Like, that was the first time I experienced that kind of adventure. So if you're really adventurous and you will stay here in Cagayan de Oro City, you will have a lot of options from north to south and east to west. So if you want to try from island to island, you can also take the ferry overnight from Cagayan de Oro City to Bohol or any other locations. Or if you are into scuba diving, you can go to Camiguin Island, where you will experience scuba diving underwater, and also you will see the famous sunken cemetery, or the underwater cemetery. Talking about the hospital, the healthcare, the facilities, the amenities, the infrastructure, the exploration. When it comes to adventure, there are a lot of places that you can visit here in Cagayan de Oro City. Or if you want to try to experience, if you already experienced all of the things here in Cagayan de Oro City and you want to go on vacation, you want to go to Manila or Cebu, Cagayan de Oro City has an airport that is functioning 24/7 and located in between Cagayan de Oro City and Iligan City. So from here it is like 30 minutes drive, and they also have a port where you can take the ferry if you want to go from island to island through a ferry. So you can have an access of transportation through air, through water, or through land here in Cagayan de Oro. I would love to hear a feedback from you and an advice and suggestion, and also feel free to share your ideas and opinions of what kind of place you wanted to live here in the Philippines.
Chrissy, you ziplined, you went down the water slides, you did everything but go underwater scuba diving.
I've never known that I am an adventurous person until I experienced Cagayan de Oro.
Let us know in the comments if you think Chrissy did a good job, and if she did, subscribe to show your appreciation. And Merry Christmas, everybody. Until next time.
From Fly Me to the Philippines, see you in our next video.